sorry about the lighting here, guys. I'm trying to save some energy. I'm going to have to wait to give Angie's reaction to the end of this story, but it is story time. I'm just going to give you a couple quick stories here. And the most amazing one, I just learned tonight over on YouTube. It did involve one of our videos that we filmed in St. Louis at a hockey game. So stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll explain that situation a little bit. I want Angie's reaction to it. Then I'll have that. I might just turn that light on right now. So let's just finish this video with that lighting has improved somewhat. So now you can see me a little bit better. All right. We're in the middle of winter time because winter time is always the most dangerous time of year to not just walk, also drive during certain snowstorms and that. I'll probably just give you a couple of quick stories in here. Remember I said yesterday being young and stupid back in the day. This is long before I met Angie. I decided to do something stupid one night, and during the middle of a blizzard, I was determined this is when I used to own my own vehicle, and I was determined to go down to a basketball game. And unfortunately, it was a tricky conditions going down, tricky conditions going across the bridge. I enjoyed the basketball game. The home team won. We did get a free ticket for the next available game because we braved the weather. So the owner decided to give everybody in attendance a free ticket to sit in the upper level at the what used to be where they used to play at the Wharton Field House. This is long before the Civic Center was built in Moline and that. So, but the story short, I followed the same way. I came home the same way I went up because I thought that'd be a safer way to go. I had a guy in front of me, and that bonehead decided to slow up and got going, made me slow up, and I got stuck in a snowdrift. Yes, I got stuck in a big snowdrift because some guy in front of me decided to slow up, then got going, because I guess he was driving a 4x4. He should have just went through. There was nobody coming, and made me to get stuck. And I was hoping to go through that, but I got stuck. So, yeah, I had to call home for a ride and all that stuff. It was a total nightmare. I would say after that event, I learned never drive in a blizzard again until recently. Okay, then I guess it comes up to, let's go up to what Angie and I, back in the early 90s, this is where we was, actually mid-90s, this is when we started living together. We was living in the south of the town. We used to own a van and all that stuff. About 3 days after a major snowstorm, especially up north, they got hit hard, the hardest up in Minnesota. Around the Minnesota-Iowa state line, they got hit the hardest. Sometimes further north, a little bit further north. So we was on our way. Roads were clear enough for us to go. We went on to Jackpot Junction, and I had booked a hotel up there at the at one of the site hotels. I took you by that once in one of our videos. I think it was our 2020 vacation video when we got to our destination. We drove into Jackpot Junction. Yeah, check that video out. I did go by that hotel, which the casino does not own no more. Sold it to somebody else. Kind of offload some property, I guess. And what happened was we went driving. We didn't get stuck or anything. But the funniest thing that Angie said on the way up there, we went through, as we were driving west on I-90, we noticed those some huge snowdrifts. I mean, gigantic snowdrifts and that. So, all right, so we went by, and lo and behold, we went through this one town in Alden, Minnesota. We was on nothing really special on the south of the town, but as we were leaving on the northwest side of town, Angie noticed something unusual. She goes, She looks over there and say, Chuck, look over there. That's an awesome looking house. Say, look how smooth it is. Look how round it is. I looked at it and said, Angie, that's not a house. That's a snowdrift. It was as big as a single-story house. In other words, that was as big as your mom and dad's house, single story. That's how big that snowdrift was. Actually, it was slightly bigger than that. So she's been taking a snowdrift as a futuristic house. Yep. And I said, so, yeah, sometimes snowdrifts can be big as a house, you know, around here. Well, not here, but up there it sure did. Because you know why? There was hardly nothing to stop the wind blowing through in that part of town. That's why that part of town had the big snowdrifts. The other side of town had normal-sized snowdrifts. Yep. So you never know on those snowdrifts. You don't know how deep they can be and that. Right now, I'm going to verify a video. I will put it in the iCard. You've probably seen it up in the iCard on the upper right-hand screen. On that video, I'm going to be talking about next when Angie gets home, because not just because there was an NHL history was made that night when we were there, but I just learned something else. Wait till I tell Angie's and get Angie's reaction to this.
You too.
All right, I'll just finish up this little story here. I told you guys earlier. Do you remember the hockey trip vlog 1120?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh what? What do you mean, uh-oh what?
Is that to St. Louis?
Yeah, that was to St. Louis versus the Winnipeg Jets. We witnessed NHL history.
I wore a Jets jersey.
You wore the Jets jersey.
And the guy scored a hat trick.
More than a hat trick.
Goals.
More than a hat trick. Five
Five
goals.
goals.
Yeah, I remember that. Do you?
It popped up on my memory the other day.
Oh, goody gumdrops.
And he wore the Blues jersey.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's when you smashed your finger in the trunk.
That's right. Ouch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. But that's not the only thing that happened.
What?
There was a promotion up in Winnipeg. It was for the whole season, I think it was. And they picked a random fan. They picked a random fan.
I remember.
And a fan would have won. Doesn't matter if it's a home or away game. If any of the Winnipeg Jets scored how many goals in a game?
3 or more.
No.
5 or more.
It was 5 or more. Guess how much they won?
How much?
$1 million.
Where's my money?
What's that?
Where's my money?
Where's your money? Yeah. I knew I was going to get a reaction, but there was a promotion.
Where's my money?
Somebody up in Winnipeg.
Winnipeg Jets, if you're listening to this, send me $1 million worth of Tim Hortons, please.
Up in Winnipeg?
Yes.
You didn't enter the contest. We were eliminated because we're Americans.
But still,
that was a Winnipeg promotion. They figured it would never happen, so they figured give away $1 million if any Winnipeg Jets player scored 5 goals or more.
Yep.
Well, guess what? A Winnipeg Jet player scored 5 goals versus St. Louis in St. Louis.
It's the jersey that I wore.
That's the jersey you wore. And somebody up in Winnipeg is $1 million richer because of that.
Not us.
That happened in November of 2018. I know. So I knew I was going to get a reaction out of that. But how do you know there was a promotion up there? On a hunch?
I read it.
You read it? But you forgot how much they won, right?
Yes.
Okay, it was $1 million. For the record, that's $1 million Canadian. That'd be like, under exchange rate, that'd be just under around $900,000.
I'll still take Tim Hortons.
You take it, that's almost enough money to open up your own Tim Hortons, if you wanted to.
We would have to put one in Iowa.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for our quick story time. Because I got to feed Angie. She just got home.
I'm hungry.
And she's hungry. She looks hungry. And we got to end this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and get a notification bell.
See you later.
We'll have another story time in the future.